Imagine waking up. You look out your window. The sky is a pale butterscotch-orange, 2 moons hang in the air, and outside, a city. Domes, tunnels, towers, all built by human hands on a planet 225 million kilometers from Earth. This isn't science fiction. This is the plan. Within your lifetime, humans will live, work, and raise children on another planet. And today, we're going to show you exactly how it happens. Of all the places in our solar system, why Mars? It's not the closest planet. It's not the most hospitable, but it is the most survivable. A day on Mars lasts 24 hours and 37 minutes, almost identical to Earth. Mars has seasons just like home. It has water locked in ice caps and underground reservoirs. Its gravity is 38% of Earth's, low enough to land spacecraft, high enough that humans can function. And perhaps most importantly, Mars has carbon dioxide atmosphere, thin, toxic, and unbreathable, yes, but full of the raw ingredients needed to make oxygen, fuel, and building materials. Compare that to the Moon, no atmosphere, extreme temperature swings of 250 degrees in a single day, and no accessible water. Mars isn't easy, but Mars is possible. The first challenge is simply getting there. Mars is not a fixed destination. It moves. The distance between Earth and Mars changes constantly, from 54 million kilometers at closest approach to 401 million kilometers at the farthest. This means launch windows only open every 26 months, when the planets align perfectly for the most fuel-efficient trip. The journey itself takes 6 to 9 months depending on the trajectory. During that time, astronauts face enormous challenges. Radiation. Deep space has no magnetic field protection like Earth. Astronauts absorb dangerous levels of cosmic radiation on the journey alone. Muscle and bone loss. In microgravity, the human body deteriorates. Without constant exercise, muscles waste and bones thin. Psychological isolation. Communication with Earth has a delay of up to 24 minutes one way. No real-time calls. No instant help. Complete self-reliance. These are solvable problems, and the vehicle being built to solve them is unlike anything ever launched before. SpaceX's Starship is the largest rocket ever built, standing 121 meters tall, taller than the Statue of Liberty with its base. It's designed for one purpose above all others, making humanity multiplanetary. It can carry 100 passengers to Mars in a single flight. It's fully reusable, meaning costs drop dramatically with each mission. And the plan isn't to send one ship. The plan is to send fleets. Elon Musk has described a vision of 1,000 Starships launching during each Mars window, carrying enough people, equipment, and supplies to establish a self-sustaining city. The first missions won't carry colonists. They'll carry cargo, pre-deployed equipment, power systems, life support modules, and a machine called Moxie. The Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment has already been tested on Mars by NASA's Perseverance rover. It converts Martian CO2 directly into breathable oxygen. This is how you build a city before the people arrive. What does the first Martian city actually look like? Phase 1 begins underground. Mars has almost no magnetic field, meaning the surface is constantly bombarded with deadly radiation from the sun and deep space. The safest solution: go underground. The first habitats will likely be built inside lava tubes, ancient volcanic tunnels stretching for kilometers beneath the Martian surface, wide enough to fit entire city blocks. These natural caves provide radiation shielding, temperature stability, and structural protection from Mars' violent dust storms, which can last for months and cover the entire planet. Above ground, pressurized transparent domes will expand the livable area, allowing sunlight in while keeping breathable atmosphere sealed inside. Inside these domes, parks, farms, gathering spaces, a piece of Earth transplanted to Mars. Food production will rely on hydroponics and aeroponics, growing crops in nutrient-rich water without soil. Research has already shown that certain crops, potatoes, lettuce, radishes, can grow in simulated Martian soil. Water will be extracted from underground ice, melted, filtered, and recycled in a closed-loop system where almost nothing is wasted. Energy will come from nuclear reactors and massive solar farms. This isn't a moon base, this is a civilization. Here's the question nobody talks about enough. Who actually goes? The first settlers won't be tourists. They won't be thrill seekers. They'll be the most skilled humans ever assembled. A Martian city needs engineers who can fix anything, because there's no calling for a repair crew from Earth. It needs doctors who can perform surgery with limited equipment, farmers who can grow food in alien conditions, psychologists because the mental demands of isolation, danger, and the permanent loss of Earth will be unlike anything humans have faced. And here's the hardest truth of all. The first people who go to Mars may never come back, not because the mission will fail, but because Mars will need them too much, and because returning to Earth's stronger gravity after years on Mars may be physically impossible for their bodies. They won't be explorers passing through. They'll be the first Martian. Some people ask, why spend billions on Mars when we have problems here on Earth? It's a fair question. But here's the perspective that changes everything. Every civilization in human history has existed on a single planet, one asteroid, one supervolcano, one engineered pandemic, one nuclear war, and everything humanity has ever created, every piece of art, every scientific discovery, every person you've ever loved, gone. Mars is not an escape from Earth's problems. Mars is insurance for the human story. And the technology developed to survive on Mars, water recycling, clean energy, closed-loop food systems, medical self-reliance, will flow back to Earth, solving problems we face right now. The first Martian city isn't the end of our responsibility to this planet. It's proof of what humanity is capable of when we choose to reach. The first city on Mars will not be built in a day. It will be built in decades, by thousands of humans making millions of sacrifices. But somewhere on Earth right now, a child is growing up who will one day walk on Martian soil, who will raise their own children under an orange sky, who will look up at a tiny blue dot in the darkness and call it the old world. The question is not if we go to Mars. The question is, are you ready for what comes next? Subscribe to Space Mysteries, because next week we go even deeper.